On June 6, 1944, the fate of the world hung in the balance. As Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy, the German response was critically fatally slow. Why? A big part of the answer lies with one man, General Friedrich Dellmann, commander of the German 7th Army in Normandy. And his story is one of the most unbelievable blunders in military history. It's the early morning of D-Day. Paratroopers are landing behind enemy lines, ships are bombarding the coast, and thousands of soldiers are hitting the beaches. Reports of a massive invasion flood into German headquarters. Panic is setting in. Every commander knows that the only way to defeat a beach landing is to hit it hard, and fast with armored reserves, the Panzer divisions, before the enemy can establish a foothold. But the Panzers couldn't move. Why? Because the authority to release them belonged exclusively to Adolf Hitler. And on the morning of June 6, Hitler was fast asleep. His staff, terrified of waking him, refused to disturb him. So, the most powerful tanks in the German army sat idle while the Allies poured ashore. This is where General Dellmann comes in. His 7th Army was the first line of defense. He had some forces he could move, but the real power, the Panzers, were locked. He needed permission from higher up. He spent the crucial early hours of the invasion on the phone, desperately trying to get someone, anyone, to wake up the fur and release the tanks. But no one dared. Meanwhile, another key figure, Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, the famous Desert Fox, was also absent. Believing the bad weather meant no invasion was imminent, he had gone home to Germany to celebrate his wife's birthday. He was hundreds of miles away when the first reports came in. His absence created a massive leadership vacuum. So you have this perfect storm. Rommel is gone, Hitler is asleep, and General Dellmann is stuck in the middle, powerless. For 8 critical hours, from the pre-dawn landings until afternoon, when Hitler finally woke up, the German command structure was paralyzed. Dellmann could only watch as reports of the Allied advance grew more and more dire. He knew exactly what needed to be done counterattack with armor, but his hands were tied by a rigid, fear-based system that concentrated all power in one sleeping man. When Hitler finally woke up around noon, he was initially euphoric. He believed the landing was a trap where he could finally annihilate the Allies. He casually approved the release of the Panzers, but by then, it was far too late. The Allies had secured their beachheads. Allied air power now ruled the skies, making it a death trap for any German tanks trying to move during the day. The golden opportunity to crush the invasion on the beaches had been squandered. General Dellmann was made a scapegoat for the disaster. Overwhelmed by the failure and facing a court-martial, died just a few weeks later, officially of a heart attack, though some speculate he took his own life. His story is a chilling lesson in how a dysfunctional command structure can lead to catastrophe. It wasn't just about one general's indecision. It was about a system so broken that on the most important day of the war, for 8 crucial hours, nobody was in charge. The battle for Normandy was lost before it had truly even begun. All because one man was asleep, and no one had the courage to wake him. Thanks for watching, and if you found this piece of history interesting, be sure to subscribe for more.